Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, guys. So I'm going to show you guys how to rotate a point and a figure and kind of how it works when it comes down to clockwise and counterclockwise. And so I know we talked about today in class rotating along a point. And so I'm going to show you some of the details. This is a website that I often use, GeoGebra, and you may be able to use this as a resource to help you guys to translate, rotate, and reflect. Same thing we did today. So I'm just going to pick a particular point at 1, 1, and I'm going to set the origin first. So I'm all right now for everything I'm going to show you. I'm going to do everything about the origin, right? And so now I'm going to select the point. And so what I want to do, I want to label this point, right? And so the great thing about this is this website, I could just select labels and it shows the value. So we already know and understand the value is at 1, 1, right? And so I also know that I can say this is X, Y. So it's not about is this X positive or negative? No, this is just X, Y. So as we plug in our numbers to our X, Y, then we can break that down further from there. So if I want to rotate this about this point right here, this is the point I'm rotating. So if I could take this image and just shift this whole image and rotate it, you'll see it change and shift. However, like I said in class, when we were talking about lines and things of that nature, I'm just going to draw a line segment, and it's going to be from here to here because that's where I went. I went to the right 1 unit, and then I went up 1 unit. So then now, as I rotate this in a clockwise direction, instead of me going to the right, I'm then going to go down. And instead of me going up, I'm then going to go to the right. And all it is going to kind of create that L shape that we had in this image right here, as you see from your A to your B, right? And the reason why I do that is because when we rotate, we pretty much just flip the variables. And so if we start with the X, then we're going to start with Y after the rotation. So after the rotation, what does Y do? Well, Y goes to the right first, right? Because in this one, it goes up and down. But now it's going to flip to the X value. So our X value goes to the right. So instead of our X going to the right, our Y is going to go to the right, right? So we go to the right. Then our Y goes up. Well, instead of going up in this situation, we're going to go down because we've already rotated. And so just for the sake of visuals and math, I'm going to go ahead and select my point. Then I'm going to select my point of rotation. And then I'm going to say it's 90 degrees clockwise. And then you'll see my new point. So as you got to see, just imagine this point was rotated 90 degrees all the way to here. How? We went to the right 1 unit and up 1 unit. So that means if we rotated 90 degrees this way, we're going to start off going down 1 unit and then to the right 1 unit, if that makes sense. So we're going to kind of do the opposite of what we did here. Here we went up, here we go down. Here we went to the right, here we go right again. And now if you notice, my X value is positive and my Y value is negative, right? So it's still, the equation is still going to be X comma Y equals Y comma negative X, right? Because we're flipping the numerical values. And this is how you just rotate 1 point.